Good Friday morning, everyone. I'm excited for Friday. I'm excited for another day, and I'm excited about the information I have for you today. It is Friday, and it's a little cloudy outside, a little cool outside here in central West Virginia. I hope you're going to have a wonderful day. I know you're going to have a wonderful day. It's going to be a beautiful day. So I got some great stuff for you today. I hope you're enjoying this. Today will be the 15th episode, the end of the third week. When I started this, I committed to doing 4 weeks, so I got 1 week more to go for sure. And from there on, we'll see where we go. Good morning, morning warriors. For all you out there that are watching this live, thank you for doing that. It's a lot more fun when people are watching it live. I realize people can't do that, and that's fine. I understand this is good information at 3 o'clock, and you're going to enjoy this anytime today or tomorrow or next week. But today's when I'm making it. Today's live. I got some neat stories. And, I'm just hope that you guys are enjoying this. I know people are watching it. I don't know how many. But my goal by doing this is putting together things that are in the news that I think, that are fun to know or need to know. If there's anything important going on, I put it in there. But it's hard to scan through all the news clutter. And so I'm trying to declutter it some, go pretty fast paced, and just give you some stories that are out there, some that you'll never hear anywhere else, as well as the things that are important that are going on in the country. And it's kind of a slow news day. Not a lot going on, but I do have some stories I want to share with you. And some fun stuff too. Anyway, the first story I have is travel chaos continues. I'm sure anybody that's flying around the country knows that. And pretty much, that kind of travel, air travel, will continue to be a problem until the government shutdown ends. And I don't know when that's going to happen. I don't think anyone knows. Hopefully soon. We had a big announcement as Nancy Pelosi has announced that she is going to retire. Now, she was the first woman to serve as U.S. Speaker. She is, after all, 85 years old, and she's been in office almost 40 years, so I guess she decided it was time. And so, but that is big news. CNBC reports that Target stores are losing customers. Now, I personally don't shop at Target much. Maybe we have big Target customers out there. But it appears, from this report, that there's one simple thing that might, bring people back, and it's apparently clean up the stores. Like I said, I don't go to Target much, but apparently there's been a lot of people complaining about how dirty they are. So I don't know. I'm not putting Target down. I don't know if they're dirty. I haven't been in a Target in a while, but there is that report out there from CNBC. So I thought I'd share it with you. So President Trump announced that he's doing some more deals with some of the major drug companies, and his goal is substantially lower the price of drugs. And he's been working with some different companies. He continues to work with them. And sounds like there's a new website coming out in January. I'm sure there'll be more news about that as time goes by. But there'll be a website, I guess, that you can go to buy these drugs that have been super expensive at a much better rate. Okay, so anyway, I love this next story. The Florentine Diamond. Now, if you can, good morning, Donna. If you can wrap your head around this, but the Florentine diamond is 137.27 carat diamond. I don't, it sounds big to me. That's all I could tell you. But it once belonged to the Hungarian imperial family. Well, it's finally reappeared. Now, this diamond's been gone for 100 years. Nobody knew where it was at. Most people, assume maybe, it got stolen or lost. I don't know, you'd lose something like that. But, and it's been gone since, are you ready for this? 1918 is when it kind of disappeared, so to speak. Well, apparently, good morning, Tom. Apparently, this diamond has been in a Canadian bank all this time. So the family, good morning, Deborah. The family, to escape the Nazis in World War II, the family moved to Canada. And they took the diamond and other family jewels with them and stuff like that. Well, so it's been there all along, and they've really kept it a great secret. They've kept it in a Canadian bank, and the bank's kept it quiet, and the family's kept it quiet, which is amazing. I mean, we're talking about 100 years, you know, and the people handed it down to their family members and told them to secrecy and all that stuff. But now it's been out, and apparently the family, the descendants of the original people that brought it there, say it's going to remain in Canada. And they're doing that because they sheltered their exiled family, 100 years ago. But they are going to put it on display publicly. So you will be able to see this in Canada at some point down the road. Sydney Sweeney. Who knows who Sydney Sweeney is? She's an actress. Well, she got a lot of hot water for doing a campaign. And anyway, she refuses to apologize for her American Eagle jeans ad that and several people have kind of tried to get her to do it. She did a GQ interview recently, and they multiple times tried to get her to cave and apologize, but she's not going to apologize. And you know why? She didn't do anything wrong. If you haven't seen this commercial, it's actually worth going to see because it's really funny. It's American Eagle, and I'm a marketing major, so I like advertisements. I know a lot of people hate advertisements, but I like clever ones. I don't want to see them 100 times, but I like clever ones. And this story is about, she did a lighthearted thing about jeans and jeans, the parody of the words. Jeans spelled Genes versus Jeans. And she did it was funny, it was lighthearted, but for some reason there's people out there that for some reason don't like it when people I think there's some people in this country that really don't like it when people have fun or people tell jokes, laugh. There are people that don't like people to laugh, I think. So anyway, but she is standing by her, and I'm glad she's standing by. I'm glad she's not one of these apologetic people apologizing for something that she didn't need to apologize for, and she doesn't. But for some reason, people apologize just to get people off their backs, and I'm glad she's standing up. So the economy is starting to heat up for the holidays. The Americans are expected to spend more money this year than last year. National Retail Federation President and CEO Matthew Shea told reporters on a call Thursday, and I quote, "We're seeing really positive behavior and engagement from consumers." So it sounds like you're opening up your pocketbooks more this year than you did last year. So anyway, it was a slow news day, and so I'm I love this last story. I have one last story, okay? And it's about a company called Matter Neuroscience. I've never heard of them, and I still haven't really heard of them. But they're coming out, okay, with a 6-pound phone case. And it's designed to keep you off your phone. Now, they created this cover that is heavy, inconvenient, and made of solid stainless steel. So you don't have to worry about hurting your phone in this, I'm thinking. Now, it comes apart in 2 separate pieces that you put around your phone, and then you put it together with an Allen wrench. Yeah, that's a design. But it's designed, so that it won't be easy to remove. Can't take it off easy. And so when you're using it and you're attempted to take it off, it will be hard to take off. And could you think about it, 6 pounds and you're holding it, 6 pounds is quite a bit of weight. And if you're holding your phone, after a while, it's going to get kind of, well, the idea is simple, really. If it requires a lot of effort to carry it and stuff like that, well, people will use it less. And that's the goal, is to get people to use it less. That is the goal of making this thing. I can see it now, can't you? The weight as you hold your phone becomes uncomfortable. And then fatigue starts setting in. Maybe your hands start getting a little numb. Then for some people, panic starts setting in. See, there is such thing as phone addicts. And I can see it now. The phone addicts. This thing's hard to take off. So what do? They start hiding Allen wrenches. From their friends, of course. It would be embarrassing. They start hiding them in places where they use your phone, so that when they start getting tired of holding it, they can take that stainless steel trap off. Yes, I can see it now. Yes, but over time, just like all addicts, their secret will be exposed. Yes, phone addiction is real. Phone addiction's real. I'm sure you know people with phone addiction. You may be one that's phone addiction, but it is real. And I can see a use for this thing for addicts. Now, if you don't believe it's real, just ask my wife. She will tell you I'm addicted. Have a great weekend, everybody, and be blessed. See you Monday.